Right now on Denver 7 News at 7 o'clock on Local 3, some terrifying moments on the waters in Golden as crews saved 4 people who tipped over tubing. What we're hearing from rescuers.
More homes are hitting the market in the Denver metro, but the prices are still pretty shocking. We're taking a 360 in-depth look at the summer housing market.
Hey, if you want to save money, it's like Christmas in July for Amazon shoppers. Prime Day is right around the corner. We're breaking down the best deals and the offers from other stores to compete with the online giant, which set the bar with discounts, free delivery, free returns. We're going to see who can hang with them. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Nicole Brady. Or don't shop and just get outside, right? Katie LaSalle here. It's going to be a pretty nice day for it, especially if you get out early.
Early this morning, though, we are actually seeing some wet weather in spots here across Colorado, out to the west, up north near Fort Collins and Red Feather Lakes, and also out near New Raymer and Sterling, some moderate rainfall. And we are expecting, yes, that storm activity for the Denver area to really develop later on this afternoon with some areas of heavy rain. And actually, just in the last 3 minutes or so, the National Weather Service upgraded our storm outlook for today from a marginal to a slight risk of severe weather over the eastern plains. So just east of the airport, over I-76 out to Burlington as well on I-70. So keep that in mind later on this afternoon. We do have the potential of seeing those strong storms form. They'll begin into the mountains after about midday. We'll still see sunshine and 80s here in town. Temperatures will be cooler today, but there's those strong storms moving north and east as we get through this evening. We will keep you posted if any of these do turn severe as we go through this afternoon, Jason.
Yeah, and obviously it'll be travel troubles and it'll be life, limb, and property damage. Obviously, it could be an issue with those storms. Right now, you can see some of the wet roads up in Boulder, right going to campus at Colorado Avenue and 28th. It's been wet not only here, but also in Longmont, Loveland, Fort Collins, Greeley. We've had some up in Sterling and Fort Morgan. I'll look at that camera in just a little bit. Take a look at the dry conditions we have between downtown and the Denver Tech Center here at Yale. So it looks just fine for us here on that south side. We do have a crash, though, to the west on the southbound side of 285 going down to Windy Point by Settlers Drive. There is a crash over there in the right side. So you're able to get around to the left without any delay, but it is obviously a hazard for you. The rest of the drive heavy in those usual spots, including I-70, 270, and definitely along I-76.
Air Tracker 7 captured the moments after a rescue in Clear Creek Canyon just west of Golden. This was a scary situation. 2 people are now in the hospital after they were tossed into rough waters while tubing. Denver 7's Christian Lopez joins us now live from right where that rescue happened. In fact, 4 people had to be rescued, Christian.
Yeah, very scary. It happened just minutes upstream from where we're standing in Clear Creek this morning. 4 people were thrown off their tubes, and this is in an area where tubing isn't even allowed. And video from Air Tracker 7, as you just mentioned, captured that terrifying moment when those people were rescued. A man was pulled out of the water and he was unconscious. He was rushed to the hospital. We are working to learn how he's doing this morning. A woman was found clinging to a rock in the river, and crews were able to pull her out and also take her to the hospital. 2 other men who were with them were able to get out of the water on their own. Tubing is not allowed in that part of the creek right now, and that order is clearly posted. If you do come out here, only tube in areas where it is allowed, and right now you should use the north side of Clear Creek Corridor Trail because the conditions of these waters are changing so quickly. It is very important to wear those life jackets. The water in Clear Creek is actually so high right now that Golden says it is too dangerous for anyone under the age of 18. And this is all in the same stretch of the river where a woman who was tubing this weekend with her friends passed away on Saturday. We are live in Golden this morning. I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Thank you, Christian. Highway 125 is still shut down this morning north of Granby after heavy rain triggered a mudslide there. That's right where the East Troublesome fire burned hundreds of thousands of acres of land in 2020. No word yet on when the highway will reopen.
We do have a tragic update this morning. A 7th person has died after the mass shooting at a 4th of July parade outside Chicago. And we're learning disturbing new information about the suspect. Officials say he had planned the attack weeks in advance and say he was wearing women's clothing to hide his identity after the attack. Police say he also passed 4 background checks before he bought the rifle used in the attack. But he had several run-ins with police in years past. Illinois State Police say in 2019 they were notified that he had attempted suicide. Later that year, a family member called police saying the suspect was, quote, going to kill everyone. Some say those interactions should have brought his mental health into question, but Illinois red flag laws did not stop him from buying a gun. The suspect will be arraigned tomorrow. Police have not announced a motive. Summer is here. It's a popular time to move, but finding a new home or apartment is tough right now.
Yeah, this morning we're going 360 in depth, breaking down a brand new report showing where home prices and inventory stand in the Denver metro. Also, we're doing the math to see how rising interest rates are impacting your buying power.
Plus, how Denver's rent stacks up to other Colorado cities and across the country, and one agency helping people who can't afford to live here. Also, if you're moving, we have advice from experts before you hire a moving company to pack up your stuff.
And Denver 7's Veronica Acosta kicks off our coverage here with that latest housing report out this morning for the Denver metro. Veronica.
Like every month, there is some good news and then some not so good news if you're trying to buy a house in Denver. We'll start off with the good news, and that's that there is more homes in terms of inventory on the market. The not so good news is that average price of a home that's increased. It's running more than $810,000 right now. So condos and townhomes, those are also a little more than $500,000. And when it comes to inventory, there are twice as many listings at the end of June compared to last year. We're talking about more than 6,000. And just as there are homes available, buyers are starting to feel the impacts of our slowed economy. Experts say many first-time home buyers who were initially pre-approved toward the beginning of the year with a specific interest rate decided to wait until buying wasn't so competitive. But now that they've restarted that searching process, they're running into issues with affordability.
Things are obviously changing pretty quickly, and I think we'll continue to see more inventory, prices slowing, higher days in the MLS, and more adjustments with that.
So if you're wondering what's next, Abrams says he expects that inventory to just keep increasing as we get closer and closer to the end of the year. In Denver, I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
Maybe we can at least, have a little chance at getting a house. Thanks, Veronica. We did the math to show you the impact mortgage rates are having on your monthly payment. In January, a 30-year mortgage from Freddie Mac was at 3.22%. So for a $700,000 loan, your monthly payment would be about $3,000, not including taxes, fees, or insurance. Last week, a 30-year rate was about 5.7%. So now that same $700,000 loan will cost you more than $4,000 a month. To get that $3,000 a month payment, you would have to now find a house for $525,000. So that just shows you how much your buying power has dropped in just 6 months because of the interest rate increases.
One of Denver's safe outdoor spaces is moving this week. The Tent Village at Regis University is moving to land owned by the St. Francis Center at 2nd and Federal. And because it's a new location, they're hosting an open house this afternoon.
They can just tour the facility, ask questions of staff, and really just connect us, because we feel it's important to be part of the neighborhood when we move in this week.
The Safe Outdoor Space Open House is from 4 to 7 tonight at 2nd and Federal. Residents are scheduled to start moving in tomorrow. The St. Francis Center says it helped 27 people from the Regis University site get into more stable housing.
Well, a deal to tell you about this morning from Amazon and Grubhub. If you sign up for Amazon Prime, you can get a free year of Grubhub Plus, which means free delivery on your food orders. And we're now just a week away from Amazon Prime Day, which is actually 2 days. Consumer reporter John Matarese explains how this will also be a prime opportunity for scammers.
Here at this Amazon pickup store, shoppers are looking forward to this year's Amazon Prime Day, July 12th and 13th.
I use Amazon a lot, so I might check it out.
Megan Allen uses Prime Day to stock up on home goods.
Things for around the house, items as far as decorating and like pillowcases, things like that. So
besides home goods, Consumer Report says you can expect big markdowns on Amazon devices like Echoes, Ring doorbells, and Amazon Fire TVs. Based on prior years, CR also expects discounts on smartwatches, robot vacuums, and Instant Pots. But Amazon does not announce the deals in advance. Deals change every hour, so you have to check back. And you must be a Prime member to participate.
Other retailers, like Walmart, know that Prime Day is just around the corner. So they're battling for your business by offering their own great deals at the exact same time.
So you can look at Target, you can look at Walmart.
PC Mag's Chandra Steele says if you have a particular product in mind, shop around. Don't assume it will be cheapest on Amazon. Just be wary of fake Prime Day ads, especially on social media.
Don't click directly from something else because it could be a phishing link. It could be a deal that doesn't really exist.
Also be alert for fake reviews. Chandra says short, general comments could be a ploy to get you to buy.
Maybe something overly complimentary about it.
Lastly, Chandra says keep your deliveries safe from porch pirates by choosing an Amazon day so it all arrives at once.
So they'll try to ship everything to you on that day. So you can guarantee, at least then you'll be home.
Otherwise, have your items sent to an Amazon locker or pickup counter near you, and that way you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.
Time to get your popcorn ready. A movie theater chain is giving you a big discount to check out all the summer blockbusters. But of course, there's a catch.
And some good news for Avs fans hoping for another Stanley Cup win. We know at least one veteran player who's sticking around.